Hey everyone, and welcome to another update video for the Augur. The first thing I want to show you is the new options when you generate a hex map. So let's create a new location and we pick the type hex map. And here the first thing you will see is this new option right here where you can now select archipelago. I'm going to make the map bigger for our example. And remember, you can change all these options right here. I'm going to roll a couple times. And let's settle on this one. We accept. Now I want to add a couple settlements and a few dungeons, and let's give it a name. And this is the map we're going to use. Alright, so let's open the map. And the first thing you will notice is that now tiles by the sea have this new coast texture. And what I want to show you here is the new options for editing the hex map. So if you right click anywhere on the map, you will now see this button here called Hexmap Tools. And from here, this menu opens where you can select the tile that you want to use. And here you see all the tiles, and using this button right here, you can pick the biome that you want. For example, here we have the temperate biome. Or let's say we want to put some frozen tiles here for some reason. You can also see the variations for each tile if you want. Now let's place a couple tiles here. And now you can also add roads. So let's rearrange this a bit. Let's place this settlement here and this dungeon or ruin up here. Now let's say that there is some kind of ancient road that connects this. What you do is you press here on the roads button, and then you press on the tiles that you want to have a road, and that will connect all these two locations with a road. And you can do something similar for rivers now. So you press here on rivers, and let's say that our river starts here on the mountain, goes down all the way down to the sea right here. And the next thing I want to show you are the new ships that you can add to your game. So let's start with the pirate ship, and you'll see that it generates an image and a crew for the ship with all kinds of details, and you can press here to roll, and we can roll a couple times until we get one that we like. Let's say that we choose this one, we press accept, and here you see the details, and you can press on the captain's portrait and it will take you to his panel. And I added some new details specific to pirates and captains of sailing ships, and I also added some new equipment. So you can see this new coat, and of course it has plenty of variations. You can pick any of this for the NPCs or for your own captain if you want. And I also added these backgrounds to the portraits, so your captain is standing on the deck of a ship. And now let's talk about Sundered Isles support, which, as you can guess, is the reason I added all this pirate flavor content to the Augur. So here in our character sheet, we can now add Sundered Isle assets. And let's say that we want to add the peddler asset to our character. You just press on it and then you give it to the character, and you will see it here. By the way, if you want to see Starforge assets right next to your Sundered Isle assets because they are compatible, you go into the modules panel and then you toggle this here and you will see both together. So if we do that, now when we go here, you see that we have Starforge assets, and if you want to filter between both, you press this button and you can filter between any of the two systems. You could even add Ironsworn assets this way to your character. For the moves, this button right here opens the moves panel, and here you have all the moves from Sundered Isles, and if you press on any of them, it will appear here. And if it's a move where you can roll a stat, you can press here on roll, and it will let you roll the stat that you want right here. Alright, now I have this Oracle button down here, which if you press will take you to the Oracles panel, and here you can select the category of Oracle for the Sundered role set, and if it has some options you can select it here, and here you will see the actual oracles. If you press on them, it will roll one randomly, and if they are close you can press this button and it will open the table, so you can see all the entries in the table, and you can press here to copy them to your clipboard and copy paste them somewhere else. Now let's talk about the new ships that you can give your character. So we have this button right here, we press on it, new ships, and here you will see all the vessels that you own. To create a new one you press here and we give it a name. And the first thing you'll notice is that we now have zeppelins in the game for some steampunk vibe. We also have sailing ships, and if you scroll down here you will see the sci-fi ships if you have that module activated. To filter this out we have this category option right here, so let's say that we want only zeppelins, so that's what we'll see here, and let's say that we pick this one. And now here you see the backgrounds for these ships. Again we have this theme filter down here, so if we press fantasy we're going to see backgrounds for our sailing ship, and if we press steampunk we're going to see skies for our flying ship. So let's say we pick this one, and here is our ship, the Black Dread, and here is where you will add the assets for your ships. Down here are the assets for your character. So the first one we're going to add is the flagship asset, and it's right here, and we press give it to character, and this way you can also add modules. You can filter by module by pressing here, and let's say that we want to give our vessel the harpoon cannons. So here you see the cannons for your vessel, and you see the integrity of the ship. If you have this asset will appear up here, and from this panel you can roll your stats, and you can also make moves. If you want to open the moves you can press this button right here, which opens the same panel that would open if you press here on your character sheet. And one more thing I want to show you in this video is the new treasures system that I added, this also to make it compatible with Sundered Isles. So if you go down to your character's equipment, we can close this, so you can see it just below your portrait. If you press right here on add item, this menu will open and you will see a list of treasures or items that you can add to your character. So let's say we want to add this artifact. You see that it will appear here on the inventory of your character. Let's add a few more things. Let's say that we add this gold bar, some silks, some spices. All right. And as per the Sundered Isle rules, you can increase the quantity of the treasure that you are carrying up to 5. So you can do that for all the treasures, and something that you can also do is you can transfer them to other characters. So if we open this character, all we have to do is drag this into his inventory and it will transfer over here. Now remember that this panel right here also takes your weapons and your equipment as well. So let's say that you want to give this character this sword, and let's say that you want to give your character this one. You can also do that now using this new inventory system. And of course, for a Sky Captain, I think that it would be fitting to give him a different weapon. So let's go into avatar customization and let's see the new steampunk theme things that I added. So for the torso armor, we have these new codes which fit the aesthetic of the Sky Captain a bit better, I think. And there are a couple more. but let's say that we use this one. And for weapons, I added this rifle, which has all these variations, or you can also add a pistol. Now, since our character has the musketeer asset, I think it's fitting to give him this rifle. For the background, I added some more fitting backgrounds, so they should be right at the bottom. And this one looks like the inside of a steampunk ship. So let's say that our sky captain is standing right here on the deck of his ship. So close, and here you have your captain, you have your ship. And by the way, I also added, of course, you can generate flying ships, and these come with sky captains, and they also come with some two new type of characters that I added, which are the officer and the sailor. So let's roll a couple times. Here you see you have the sky sailor, the sky officer, and the captain. If we accept this one and we go, let's say for example the officer, you'll see that he appears. He has details appropriate for this type of character, and also the equipment. So for example, let's say the sailor, they usually come with pistols, and the outfit should be fitting for a sailor in a skyship. And so that was a quick overview of all the features that I added. I tried to be as brief as possible, and like I say, I will make separate videos going over each one and going more in depth and showing you the things that more things that you can do with these new things in the Augur. So see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.